Hello everybody, today I'll be sharing my 11 plus do's and don'ts, so let's get started. Before I actually start the video, I will tell you a little bit about my backstory and basically like my experience with it. So I had moved into a new area with the CEM test rather than the GL, and I had to revise for a completely new exam board, which was kind of nerve-wracking, but I still managed to get 130, and the pass mark is, by the way, 121. I only got 9 marks off the pass mark, but I was very happy with my score. However, it was very stressful, so I wanted to share these tips so you guys will find it easier. Number 1. My first do is to find as many resources as possible. By this, I mean just print out every past paper that you see, or every like specimen paper or practice questions that you find on the internet. If you prefer books, you can obviously search on Amazon for CGP books or bond books, or you can actually go to a bookstore, which I highly doubt you're doing right now because of the current situation. My favorite brands are probably CGP or Bond. I like CGP because it explains the things very well as it gives you like practice questions at the end. But yeah, you can also take mock exams, but I never actually took one, so I'm not sure if they are helpful or not. But yeah, that was number 1. My number 2 tip, my number 2 do is to do as much practice as you can. Like, I don't even care. This tip is like so important. I know I kind of talked about it in the last one, but this one is very important. You have to not only print the past paper out, but actually do it. And even if you repeat the past paper, it doesn't matter because the thing will just get stuck in your brain. Like, it will help you a lot, trust me. My number 3 do is to learn a lot of vocabulary for verbal reasoning. I learned a lot of vocabulary for it, and it definitely paid off. So by this I mean learn the definitions of words that you just have never heard of, but they kind of just appear on the test, and learn their synonyms and antonyms as well, and just explore the dictionary, I guess, because it will really help you out during the test. My number 4 tip is that when you're doing nonverbal reasoning practice, learn the patterns for like the shapes and like find the different stuff, because nonverbal reasoning is just all about shapes and stuff, and unless you know the patterns and stuff, you gotta be struggling, because yeah, it's just kind of hard sometimes to find like a difference or find what's wrong with the picture or something. But here are a few that I'll give you right now. So things that could change are probably things like shape, color, the location of the shape or object, the direction it's facing, or like the angle / rotation of the shape. You really gotta look out for everything. You can even count the sides of the shape, because if it's like an octagon, then a hexagon, then a square, you know, it's a pattern, and you don't know what the pattern is until you really like dive deep into the question. And I'm not kidding, it was kind of hard for me, but you know, you really gotta learn it. My don't number 1 is to don't do minimum revision. By this, I mean practice as much as you can during the summer holidays that you have between the test and between your last year, which was year 5, I'm guessing. I know I keep on saying practice loads, but for this tip, I don't mean like you don't just do one question every single day leading up to your exam, because there's no way that you have like a huge chance of passing. You could still pass, but I'm just suggesting that if you really want to pass, then you can just do, say, just 1 page or 1 past paper a day. I did like 2 or 3 past papers, but that's just me, so yeah. My don't number 2 is don't do like the minimum revision for maths. I know this kind of sounds like the first tip, but don't like just do 1 question for maths, because maths is one of those subjects that you can't just do something other than practicing for. For example, for verbal reasoning, you can learn the vocabulary, you can just explore the dictionary, and for nonverbal reasoning, you can learn the patterns and stuff. So maths is one of those subjects that you just need to practice, and if you're struggling, then I suggest that you start right now, drop what you're doing and start it. My don't number 3 is don't bother making notes. The 11 plus is just one of those tests that you just can't really make notes on. Like, what will you like make notes on? So I just suggest that making notes will be a waste of your time if you do it, because I didn't make notes and it's just no. And by this I mean practice makes perfect. I know I said practice a lot of times in this video, but I really mean it. Like, if you practice enough, you will pass. Like, I believe in you. But yeah, so don't make notes, but just practice, I guess. And yeah, do it for as long as you could, but obviously take breaks, because if you don't take breaks, you will fall asleep or you just become unfocused. My don't number 4 is don't be stressed, because on the day of the test, you shouldn't be stressed. Wow, I didn't believe that rhymed. But anyways, I'm sure that you will do great on the day of the test, because the main tip is to not get stressed or worried. Because if you're struggling, you can always ask someone for help before the test. So, if you're prepared, you shouldn't be stressed. And if you don't feel prepared, I'm sure you're prepared enough. And yeah, so I really hope you enjoyed this video. I might do a Q&A if I get enough questions in the comments. So if you have a comment, leave it down below and I'll answer it. And if I get loads, then I will make a video or like a Q&A, but I don't know. I highly doubt it. So yeah, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments below and I will answer it as soon as I check it. So yeah.